In this video, we are going to finalize our compensation plan and sort out our payout methods. And once we've done all that, I'm going to walk you through the process of an affiliate sharing their link and someone making a purchase through them and showing you how those compensation plans are actually going to work out. So what we need to do is actually navigate over to our network by clicking on network over here on the left-hand side. And here we've got our payouts. So this is where all of our payout files are going to appear, where we're going to calculate, recalculate, and finalize cycles. So this is where you're going to see how those payment files are being created and where those commissions are coming from and how they're going to be paid out. So this is where that information is going to show up. But what we want to do is make sure that we have the correct information for our payout cycle. So we're going to come here to our setup. And here we have our cycle period. So this is all we really need to focus on here right now. We have our cycle period. It's currently set to be monthly, and it's going to calculate at midnight on the last day of every month. So it's the 31st day of every month. So if there's only 30 days or 28 days in a month, then it's still going to calculate at midnight on the last day of the month. But you can change this to be any day of the month that you would like it to occur on, or you can change it to be weekly, and you can choose which day of the week you would like those payment files to be recalculated. I'm going to leave it to be monthly, and that's when I want my payout files to be calculated. Now there's nothing else really here that I need to mess around with. We can set the upline notifications to no because that's not relevant for what we're doing here. And the rest you can just leave the same, and we can go ahead and save those changes. Now there's a few things that we need to do. We need to add a payment method, and we need to make sure that we are paying out to our users. So what we're going to do is navigate down here to e-commerce on the left-hand side, and we're going to add a payment method. Now for the purpose of this example, I am just going to add a cash method so that I can collect payments from my users. So I'm just going to call this cash. It's going to be a manual type. I'm going to select all currencies, and I'm going to make sure that it is enabled. So now I can receive money in my system. Now what I want to do is ensure that I have a couple integrations. So there's a couple ways that you can make payout files to your users. The one is through something like PayPal, and then we will need a PayPal integration. To set up that integration, we're going to come here to integrations on the top left-hand side. Going to add an integration. I'm going to call this PayPal. And then it's going to be active, and I'm going to select my integration here, and I want to use a PayPal over here. And then you would add your client ID, which is your personal information that you would get from PayPal, and your client secret, which is again your personal information that you would get from PayPal. Now, obviously this is all dummy information, so it's not actually going to work, and my integration isn't going to work properly. But if you're wanting to use PayPal as a way to pay out your affiliates, you will need to add a PayPal integration to your system. This is how you would do it. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit cancel because I can't actually pay out to anyone using PayPal. The other way to pay out to your affiliates is by using wallets in the system. Now to enable the wallets in the system, you're going to come down here to Marketplace, and you're going to come here to Wallets. And the Wallets app is going to allow you to provide secure e-wallets to your contacts and ensure that you are able to safely pay out their commissions to them. So I'm going to click Learn More, and I'm going to install this. All of the information you need to know about using wallets is here. So I'm going to click install, and now my affiliates will be able to have access to those wallets. But in order to pay out to those wallets, I do need another integration. I'm going to need a Wise integration. So I'm again going to come down here to setup. I'm going to come to my integrations, and I'm going to add a new integration. I'm going to call this one Wise. It's active, and I'm going to select Wise from my drop-down here. So it's a payout integration. I would then add my API key. This is something you will get from Wise. You would need to add your profile information and your account currency and select the currencies that you want. Now, obviously, if I hit save, I don't have the relevant information. This isn't a real account because I don't have the correct API key, but that is how you would set up your Wise integration in order to be able to pay out to your affiliates. So again, you need a Wise integration and the wallet app in order to be able to pay out to your affiliates. So I'm going to go ahead and hit cancel because that's obviously not going to work, but that is how you are going to add those integrations and set up those payout methods. So now when you go back to your network area, so we're going to come back here to network, you would come to your payout area, you're going to hit recalculate, and then your payment files will show up here. And that's going to, again, show you everything that you need to know about what needs to be paid out to who. So what I'm going to do is walk you through the entire process of getting an affiliate link, someone going and clicking through, making a sale, and then purchasing a product, and how those commissions are going to be paid out in the system. So this is how to set up your payout methods. This is how to finalize those cycles. And in the next video, I'm going to walk you through the entire process. I'll see you there.